Hi all, Lasan John, the Democrat killer again. Today I want to talk to you about whether means justify the ends or the ends justify the means, or neither, or both. The fact of the matter is, if you ask somebody, do you believe that the ends justify the means? Point blank, they'll tell you, no, that's not always true. Uh, but when they go to vote and when they pronounce their political um, desires and ambitions, that's exactly what they are saying. It's no different than when I point blank ask people, why do you think you have the right to somebody else's money or to control it? And they'll say, no, I don't think I have the right to control other people's money. And no, I don't think I have the right to somebody else's money. And yet, again, when they go to vote and when they express their political opinions, that's exactly what they're saying. And this is why the hypocrisy is just astonishing. And yet, people don't even realize this. It really, again, bothers me. What am I talking about? Well, to start at the 50,000 feet level, there is a very, very clear difference between a person giving away their fortune at the end of their lives voluntarily or the government forcing them to do it throughout their lives and at the end of their lives. There's also a difference between how you get the money, the source of your wealth, as well as whether you do or do not give it away at the end of your lifetime or throughout your lifetime. The funny thing is that if you ask most people this question, do you think a mafia don billionaire who gives away his or her money at the end of their lives is a good person? They'll go, what are you talking about? Of course not. They murdered, stole, committed all kinds of bad acts and corrupt acts and acts of immorality to amass that fortune. So yeah, no, it doesn't matter that they gave it away at the end of their lives. They're still a bad person, and that is correct. And yet, most Dumocraps want exactly that. Now, most of you are going, huh? What? Listen, if I am a billionaire and I give away 10% of my money every year, call it actually more like probably 30% of my money away every year for charity purposes, and I donate it to various different organizations that I think are worthy, most people will stand up and cheer and say, yes, that's a good person. He's doing, something good for humanity and other people in the society. For whatever reasons, they think that that is exactly the same thing as passing a law that raises taxes exorbitantly high on rich people and taking their money and giving it to other poor people. In other words, social programs. Most people don't realize that a social program is nothing more than a forced government charity. In other words, the government is saying, and I'm going to clarify what I mean by government. Government is saying that if you don't donate to the charities that we have set up, we will ruin you. How do they do that? Well, if you don't pay your taxes, they come after you, they throw you in jail, they fine you, and because you're in jail, your business becomes impossible, and slowly but surely everything starts to go to hell in a handbasket. And that's how they ruin you. So the thing of it is that, especially in our country, the government is, and according to President Lincoln, which I agree with, the government is a form of institution of, by, for the people. Meaning the government is the people is the government in our country. Therefore, when I say the government is putting a gun to people's heads, it's really what I'm saying is you Dumocraps are putting a gun to rich people's heads and forcing them to pay for things that you think are worthwhile and worthy. This is not the same as a rich person voluntarily giving money away to charity. Not to mention the fact that only 30 cents of every dollar collected in tax money for these forced charities actually go to the people they're supposed to help, versus a private institution or private charities having roughly around, on average, about a 90% benefit rate for their people that they're trying to help. This is a 3x difference. This is ridiculous. Now, some of you people who actually know how to think might come to a very interesting conclusion, and you will be right. Why do we have government charities? Why not leave it up to the private sector? Because they're far, far more efficient. Exactly. And some video in the future will address this in more detail, but yes, that is the conclusion you should come to. Now, going back to the original point. The original point being that the ends, which is charity, does not justify the means, forced government contributions, forced government-induced contributions, and therefore the act of these social programs are immoral. Plain and simple. Now, if that doesn't convince you, I challenge you to find the word society or social in the Constitution. Not only that, I challenge you to find where in the Constitution it says that the federal government is responsible for taking care of poor people. And not only that, I challenge you to find in the Constitution where it says that the government shall redistribute wealth. Correct. None of those things exist in the Constitution. And according to the 10th Amendment, if it's not specified in the Constitution, the federal government cannot and must not do it. And yet we've somehow looked wildly over these things and have decided that we have to have social programs or forced government charity. In other words, social programs are not only unconstitutional, they are vastly immoral. And yet you Democrats keep pushing for these and keep pushing for the expansion of these idiotic programs that will end up doing nothing but bringing ruin to our country. I hope you like my videos. Thanks for your time. If you like, please indicate like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you. Have a great day.